So for people who don't know Omori, the story is about a boy named Sunny, the one in the background who pieces together a lost truth, both in reality and his dreams, called Headspace. Originally, Omori was supposed to be a comic book depicting the life of Sunny, a teenager who has led the lifestyle of a hikikomori, but it became a game in 2020. The game's turn-based battle system includes unconventional status effects based on characters' emotions, prominently portraying concepts such as anxiety, depression, psychological trauma, self-harm, and suicide. The game features strong psychological horror elements. The 2020 video game Omori contains depictions of heavy themes and may not be suitable for all audiences. It also contains bright, flashing imagery that may cause discomfort and/or seizures for those with photosensitive epilepsy. For a warning, it also contains graphic violence and blood and gore. The blood is not detailed and is surely pixelated. Some in-game choices lead to further instances of violence, jumping off a building and stabbing their self-character in the abdomen. This game is a brilliant depiction of mental illness and trauma, but do not ignore the warnings. This game is beautiful and wholesome and fun and nostalgic and creative, but dark nonetheless. Here is a photo of the warning. Caution. This game contains depictions of depression, anxiety, suicide, and may not be suitable for all audiences. It also contains bright, flashing imagery that may cause discomfort and/or seizures for those with photosensitive epilepsy. Viewer discretion is advised. This warning indicates that the game you are about to play deals with heavy themes like depression, anxiety, and suicide, which could be upsetting to some players, and also features flashing visuals that might trigger seizures in individuals with photosensitive epilepsy. Therefore, you should carefully consider if this game is appropriate for you to play. Key points from the warning. Distressing content. The game contains depictions of serious mental health issues like depression, anxiety, and suicide. Potential for triggering effects. This content may be upsetting or triggering for people who have experienced similar situations or have mental health concerns. Flashing imagery warning. The game includes bright flashing visuals that could potentially trigger seizures in people with photosensitive epilepsy. Viewer discretion advised. You should carefully consider if you are emotionally prepared to play this game due to its sensitive content. It's also age-rated 17 plus or 18 plus. I don't know, and Omori is appraised for its psychological horror, and it was made in RPG Maker MV, I think. Multiple characters commit suicide throughout the course of the game. Sunny's eye is gouged out using a gardening tool. The stabbing isn't shown, but the character is later seen with an eye patch in a hospital. Opening the door for Mari the first time you play as Sunny will cause a visual and auditory jump scare. Note that answering the door at this point is optional, and not doing so will not initiate the Omori route. There are some occasions where Mari will be absent, like during Omori's unexpected horror scenes. But as long as they can find a stray picnic basket, the player can still save, even without Mari. If the player chooses to cut open Muo Cat in black space, she will no longer appear in white space. On one day left of the Omori route and the natural endings of the Sunny route. The first fight of Aubrey, which is at Faraway Park, requires Sunny and Kel to defeat Aubrey, who has challenged them to a fight. Losing to Aubrey at the park will cause a game over, meaning that Sunny and Kel have no choice but to defeat her there. Here is what the characters look like after Mari died. As I said, Sunny was piecing together a lost truth, both in reality and his dreams. So Mari did not commit suicide. I'll tell you the truth. Sunny is piecing together. In order to spend more time with her, one Christmas, Sunny received a new violin and started playing violin again, with the intent to eventually play together at a recital. Unbeknownst to Mari, this arrangement would eventually sour in the months leading up to the recital. The frustration of being unable to play violin perfectly overwhelmed Sunny, and he began feeling frustrated and angry toward the commitment he made, as well as Mari. Sunny's frustrations would eventually meet a tragic peak the day of the recital. After finding Sunny's violin destroyed at the bottom of their house's stairs, Mari and Sunny got in an argument. In the heat of the moment, Sunny pushed Mari down the stairs of their house, which tragically resulted in her death. This, along with the disguising of Mari's accidental death as a suicide, left Sunny deeply depressed and paralyzed with guilt. However, in spite of having her life accidentally taken at the hands of Sunny, it is possible that Mari may not harbor any ill will toward her brother. Throughout the events of the game, Mari's spirit appears multiple times, telling Sunny that she still loves him, watches over him, hopes that he will forgive himself, and find happiness. So this is my longest video yet, and I am happy. Hope I gave you the information you needed.